Firozabad can be best described as a city that produces more than 50 million bangles every day. A city that virtually eats, sleeps and drinks bangles. Firozabad accounts for 70% of the total glass production in the small-scale sector in India. But sadly, the increase in the volume of work has failed to keep pace with technological upgradation. Workers continue to slog in inhuman conditions. They take in fumes and fall prey to deadly lung and respiratory diseases. In-house, they possess very little capacity to bring about change and innovation in the direction of efficient use of energy and protecting the environment.
These units are located in a very critical zone because they are in close proximity to the Taj, and they are part of the sort of fragile Taj trapezium zone. So if we can bring about some improvements over there, then it certainly acts as a model for what can be done in that entire area. Whenever you undertake a project or a program of this nature, it's absolutely essential to get the right stakeholders together. Now in this case, we really had a perfect recipe before us. We had SDC as a very enlightened organization that promotes development, that provides financial assistance and technical help in this kind of work. Secondly, we had the local industries involved, and TERI as a proactive research organization that's not merely an ivory tower institution, but likes to do things on the ground.
For TERI, the first step was to decide the areas of intervention and then design a technology that was gas-based and energy efficient. It took 3 years to plan, research, design and demonstrate the furnace that was the first of its kind in India, the energy-efficient pot furnace. Pot furnaces are used to melt glass of different colors in different pots of the same furnace. Assistance was sought from experts of British Glass and a Swiss agency for conceptualizing and designing the pot furnace. But one of the biggest challenges was to convince the local industry to come forward and adopt the new concept.
बोले कितना रुपया लगेगा, तो उस ज़माने में वो कहते थे 25 से 30 लाख लगेगा उस वक्त, जबकि हमारी कोल फायर फर्नेस ज़्यादा था, 1-2 लाख की बनती थी. तो कोई रिस्क उठाने को तैयार नहीं था कि भाई इतने अगर फेल हो गई तो क्या होगा.
But Muhammad Islam Khan somehow mustered the courage to take the plunge. He said yes to TERI to set up the first demonstration plant of the pot furnace in his factory.
शुरू में तो 2-4 महीने तो ये लगा यार क्या मुसीबत है कि तमाम टेक्निकली ये करो. लेकिन जब धीरे धीरे 2-3 महीने चल गया, उसके बाद किया तो स्मूथली चलने लगा, तो ठीक है. सेविंग भी थी, सेविंग 20-30% की सेविंग है फ्यूल. इट इज़ ए स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री. उन लोगों का फ्यूल सपोज 25,000 to 30,000 रुपीज़ पर डे का खर्च होता है. मेरा आता है 20 और 22,000. तो मतलब स्मॉल स्केल के लिए जो है इतनी सेविंग बहुत है. जैसे कन्वेंशनल अगर आप बनाइए 10 लाख लगेगा फर्नेस में, अगर टेरी वाला डिज़ाइन बनाइए तो करीब 30 लाख लगेगा. लेकिन उसमें सेविंग, टेरी वाली में सेविंग कम से कम 5 से 6,000 रुपये रोज़ पर डे है. तो महीने में इट कम्स नियर अबाउट टू 150 to 180 लाख पर मंथ. तो साल में लगाइए आप, तो मतलब 18-20 लाख रुपए तो वैसे ही हो गया. तो 2 साल में तो पे बैक हो ही जाएगा. अच्छा, एज फॉर एज द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट आर कंसर्न, जैसे बर्नर है बीम और वो है आपका रेफ्रिजरेटर, तो द लाइफ इज नियर अबाउट टू 10 years.
The TERI furnace works on the principle of recovering heat from the flue gases which go waste in a conventional furnace. The furnace is fired centrally by a single burner mounted on top of the furnace crown. Before the flue gas reaches the chimney, it passes through a heat recovery system called a recuperator, which preheats the incoming combustion air. The temperature of the combustion air increases from 40 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade, thereby increasing the energy efficiency. The metallic recuperator is placed in the underground flue path and made in 5 modules to facilitate easy handling. As a result of the sound technology, the TERI furnace has an energy consumption that is 25 to 35% lower than the conventional gas-fired furnaces operating in the cluster. That's not all. The payback period ranges from 6 months to 24 months, depending upon the furnace capacity and price of natural gas available to the industry. Compared to the conventional furnaces, the operating life of the TERI furnace is much more. There's a dramatic change in the working conditions as well. Today, more than 40 pot furnaces based on the TERI technology are running successfully in Firozabad. Some more are under construction.
यहाँ किसी भी न तो एनजीओ ने न गवर्नमेंट ने किसी भी संस्था ने कभी किसी इस इंडस्ट्री को ऑपरेट नहीं किया। ये पहली बार हुआ है चूड़ी उद्योग के इतिहास में कि टेरी जैसी संस्था एक उभर के यहाँ आई है और उसने हम लोगों के प्रोडक्शन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, क्वालिटी इम्प्रूव करने के लिए और साथ में गैस सेव करने के लिए, जो आरएलएनजी हमारे ऊपर इम्प्रूव लगता है उसको सेव करने के लिए ये टेक्नोलॉजी उन्होंने डेवलप किया है। और ये टेक्नोलॉजी हमने अब एडॉप्ट इसलिए की कि हम इसको ट्राई कर रहे थे कि वेदर इट इज़ सक्सेस और नॉट। जब हमें ये पता लग गया है कि ये टेक्नोलॉजी सक्सेस है तो फिर हमने इस टेक्नोलॉजी को अडेप्ट किया है और हम ये देख रहे हैं कि इससे बहुत बड़ी इकोनॉमी आ रही है।
In 1996, the Supreme Court directed 292 industries located in the Taj Trapezium zone to switch over to natural gas to protect the Taj Mahal. It banned the use of coal as fuel. Immediately, the larger melting furnaces in Firozabad had to switch or shut down. The government, in coordination with GAIL India, laid pipelines to supply natural gas to various factories. With gas available, most furnace owners readily switched over. But the 800-odd coal-based pakai bhattis, where the essential part of the bangle-making process happens, kept looking for some help to come their way. They were looking for technological options to switch over from coal to gas. These pakai bhattis were apparently outside the ambit of the Supreme Court verdict. For the people working here, this meant living in the same world of cough and disease.
यहाँ के रहने वालों को जिसको भी चेक कराया जाए तो समझ लिए कि 99% टीपी के मरीज बने हुए हैं, सांस के मरीज बने बैठे हैं, लोग बच्चों की लाइफ बहुत घटती चली जा रही है।
TERI offered to help the pakai bhatti owners get them out of this morass with an alternate clean technology. The development of the gas-fired pakai bhatti was done in a participatory mode with TERI, the pakai bhatti owners and, importantly, the bhatti operators working closely for over a year in trying to design, demonstrate and fine-tune the new furnace. A demonstration plant was then set up at Saraswati Glass Works in 2001. In subsequent years, the project helped nearly 100 pakai bhatti owners shift to the gas-fired model of TERI. This shift came about because the local pakai bhatti owners found the advantage of gas over coal was not just environmental but also about economics. Energy consumption in the gas-fired furnace is nearly 30% less than the coal-fired furnace. At the same time, the production volume increased by 15%. Enhancement of muffle life from 3 months to at least 5 years and reduction of adverse health implications were the other clear advantages.
कोयले की भट्टी में जैसे कोयला झोंका, भट्टी खलाई, मल तोड़ने में तकलीफ ज़्यादा होती थी। आध घंटे में कम से कम हमारी सांस फूल जाती थी कोयला झोंकने में। गैस की भट्टी में हमको बहुत आराम है।
Like Ram Babu, many other workers of pakai bhattis are ready to make a switch over to gas. They feel working in a cleaner environment will not only rid them from disease, but also provide them with an impetus to work harder and become more productive. However, gas supply has today become a major problem and many units set up earlier have shut down. Hopefully, this issue will get resolved soon and the workers will be able to live a clean and healthy life. For each household in Firozabad, bangles are the only source of livelihood. These are the people who work through days and nights in scarce light, in cramped rooms and with risky kerosene stoves and LPG cylinders to produce the best glassware in the world. They are mostly unorganized and have always relied on the middleman to pay them a meager sum of money for their services. TERI collaborated with a local NGO called Vikas Sansthan to mobilize artisans and bring them on a common platform to address social and economic issues.
ये जो ग्लास डेकोरेटिव आइटम्स बनाने वाले लोग थे, ये सब अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड थे। सबके बीच में पानी की समस्या है, हेल्थ की समस्या है, इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन टोटली ख़राब है, एजुकेशन की, बच्चों के एजुकेशन की प्रॉब्लम्स है। तो इसको पूरा देखते हुए इसके अलावा कोई तकनीकी सुधार भी नहीं हुआ है। तो इस सारे दृष्टिकोण को रखते हुए इनके बीच में काम करना शुरू किया। बट कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजिकल इम्प्रूवमेंट करने के लिए सबसे पहले लोगों का कलेक्टिव्स करना, लोगों की एक मेंटली प्रिपेयरनेस करना, और लोगों को लगे कि नहीं इससे कुछ फ़ायदा हमारा हो रहा है, उसके बाद आगे सोचना। एंड कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजिकल अगर इम्प्रूवमेंट करते हैं तो उसको खरीदने के लिए लोगों की सामर्थ्य लाना, इस तरह का प्रयास करने के लिए कोऑपरेटिव संगठन बनाया है।
The formation of a cooperative in Dokeli village near Firozabad has given new power to the artisans. Their raw material is now a bulk purchase. An order from a client would mean work for all and profits that are shared. If any cooperative member is in need of cash, the group pitches in by charging a nominal rate of interest. The wives of these cooperative members are part of a self-help group. Besides providing loans, the group is slowly becoming a forum for the village women to sensitize each other on issues of health and empowerment.
हमारे समूह में महिलाएं 13, तो 13 महिला आपस में अपने कर्ज बांट लेते हैं। आज हमारे समूह में 16,000 रुपये लगभग है। उससे अपने बच्चों की पढ़ाई लिखाई की ज़रूरत पूरी कर रहे हैं, अपने घर के समस्या वो पूरी, कांच है, गैस है, अपनी इकट्ठे ले लेते हैं। इस समूह से पैसा लिया और इकट्ठा ले लिया, तो हमारी ज़रूरत पूरी होती रहती है। हमें किसी से ये नहीं है कि हमें तुम दे दो हमें 2,000 रुपये, या ये तुम दे दो 5 लगा लियो या 10 ले लियो, 10 रुपये सैकड़ा नहीं, अपनी 2 रुपये सैकड़ा की ब्याज चलती है और उससे बहुत हमको खुशी है।
Through TERI's consistent efforts, people in Firozabad are beginning to understand the importance of working in a cleaner environment. The challenge ahead is to see that the local industry identifies itself with these newer concepts so that the next generation inherits a smoke-free and safe working environment.